Hello, hello, Holly. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. And it looks like I was taking a nap when I was speaking there. So I apologize that I'm still frozen, but hopefully it adjusts with time. Um, we've been having some great conversation, Holly, and I would love for us to simply continue that if we will. I would love for you to just jump in and tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
So I have about 10 plus years administrative assistant, also with customer service, about 10 years. And I started at RD Towing or RD Transport. He's had two different names as an administrative assistant. And then my last role, I was an account manager at MNR real estate properties. And we would use like QuickBooks and All Word and Google Suites to for notes for anything like that. But a lot of times was everything was through QuickBooks. So I'm just looking for my next opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for that introduction, Holly. That was incredible as far as, you letting us know, hey, this is where I started first at, as admin assistant and then worked your way up to, your last role as an operations account manager. I see that you worked in a few different industries. So,
Yes.
you worked in, from what I can see, kind of logistics, a compliant appliance repair shop. You've worked in, finance industry. So for me, that shows that you're very adaptable in any environment that you're placed into. And then, some roles that you've worked in. I know you mentioned an admin role, operations account manager, dispatcher. So that
Mhm.
also ties into, your flexibility and ability to, just go into a new role and be adaptable. Now, I want to see a little bit. I know you mentioned a little bit about your day to day at the at M&R. You using QuickBooks as a system there. Would you mind telling me a little bit more about what your day to day look like?
Yes. So my day to day would be like every morning I would do a little like phone conference with my boss, and it was a very small company, but we just go over like, all right, what are we doing today? What are the projects that we have? So like I would go in and order any materials that the workers would need for any appliance repair that or they would be doing. Or like it was anything in a house that they could fix, they would do. So I would go on Home Depot or Lowe's or Amazon and get the best prices and go and get them and then reimburse them. And then after they go there and get their notes, I would need all of the numbers so I could put them into QuickBooks, and I would generate quotes, estimates, and invoices. And those would go out daily, reminder calls, a reminder that the guys are coming, tomorrow. Those were usually my day to day. I would be working on estimates and I go back and forth with my manager and, making sure that it looks good for him and that the numbers are good and to go ahead and reach out to the customer. And so I would just like do that. And if any of the guys had a problem, the workers, they would call me, they wouldn't call him. So, and then sometimes I would have to go on site just to make sure that they have everything looks good, just kind of pop my head in there like, hey, and then come back. And it was remote role.
Oh, incredible. Okay, so you were doing more or less that remote position. Sometimes you would go into like the site, pop your head in, like you said, just
Yeah.
ensuring all is going smoothly at the site. And, I
Yes.
heard you say that you had a lot of communication with not only the workers, but the clients and the
Mhm.
vendors. So you had that experience of communicating with different types of, I would say, personalities,
Yes.
different types of personnel at that. So that's incredible. Heard you say that you've done some invoicing as well, so that's
Mhm.
definitely a plus for a lot of positions that we have. Awesome stuff. And then you also mentioned just a few systems in the beginning.
Yes.
Again, that QuickBooks. What are some other systems that you're familiar with?
So at QuickBooks, I'm trying to think, we would do Google Chats, Slack, so those are all the like the IMing ones, and then any Word, Excel, I'm trying to think what else, Google Docs,
Yeah.
because I know every company has like their own like other systems, but QuickBooks was the main one, and I'm trying to think of what else.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones I think, like all of Google Suite, all of Word. I'm just not good with PowerPoint and Word, but all the rest I
Neither
can
am I. I
do.
agree. PowerPoint's a little tricky. I don't know. I'll stay away from that one. But yeah, so from what it shows, very adaptable, being able to use various amount of systems, able to, I'm sure with proper training, if there's a new system, you'll be able to adapt to that as well,
Yes.
which is incredible. Now, you mentioned Excel. What's your skill set like with Excel?
I would say like intermediate, probably like
Okay.
medium. I don't
Okay.
like I've used it a lot
Yeah.
though.
So would you be able to just simply create a basic spreadsheet? Nothing crazy like formulas, pivot tables, it's just a simple spreadsheet.
Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All righty, and then to kind of wrap up the interview here, just want to know, do you have any upcoming time off that perhaps you should know about in the next 30 days or so?
No, ma'am.
No time off, nothing
No.
fun planned?
No, I've had enough time
Okay.
off.
Okay, no worries. And then as far as starting a new position, how soon were you looking to start?
I could start the soonest would be Monday.
Amazing. And hopefully we can get you into a role, perhaps not Monday, but sooner than later. That's the goal.
Perfect.
But Holly, it's been great chatting with you. I appreciate all the insight you were able to provide me here. I will love to first one stop the recording, but I would love to see if you're able to stay in the line with me really quickly so I can chat with you.
Sure, of course.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.